Beer here back in the Fantasy Bar. Smaller slate here on Monday. We still got 6 plays for you on FanDuel and DraftKings, including a couple of teammates I'm looking at. A buy low over on DraftKings, a starting pitcher with some crazy splits we got to dig into. And of course, my favorite play of the night. Who we talking about? Belly up to the Fantasy Bar and find out. Welcome in, guys. Monday edition Beers Daily Fantasy 6-pack. Thank you, as always, for stopping by in the Fantasy Bar and checking out today's video. Hope everybody out there had a great weekend. Before we get into the plays, do me a favor. Take a second, click that thumbs up button. Let's see how many we can get on the video today. Greatly appreciate that, guys. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, knock that out as well. And head over to scoresandodds.com/beer. Just tons of great sports betting information. Get lost over there, digging around for hours, researching games, stats, trends, statistics, all kinds of stuff. So go and check it out today, scoresandodds.com/beer. All right, Monday slate of games, little weird setup here. DraftKings started a little bit earlier with 8 games. FanDuel got 6 games starting at the customary 7:05. We've stuck to the plays that you can play on both of the sites here. So 6 guys ready to go for you. Whether one spot looks a little dicey, we do have to make any changes, we will do so in that comment section. All right, let's get started here in the outfield with George Springer of the Blue Jays. So Springer swinging a very good bat right now, rides a 12-game hitting streak into this one here tonight. 3 multi-hit games for him over the last 8, and this guy's been very good against righties. 253 ISO, 366 the WOBA, and that dates all the way back to last season, but year in, year out, this guy's one of the better righty-on-righty hitters that we have in this game. Now, Assad looked good in his debut. Only went 4 innings in that one. I'm not expecting him to pitch deep into that game, and that will be a good thing here for the Toronto Blue Jays. We know this Cubs bullpen not great at all. ERA in the bottom 10 of the league, and they have allowed the most home runs in all of baseball. That's not even close. Next closest team, bullpen-wise, has allowed 68 home runs. The Cubs all the way up at 80. So however this goes, Springer in a good spot. Blue Jays a good stack here tonight against the Cubs. All right, let's go to the other side. I think that game is stackable. Let's roll Ian Happ of the Cubs. Now, Ian Happ very much up and down. We know that over the course of his career, but right now on a nice up. 3 multi-hit games, 6 RBI for him over the last 4 games. Always put solid numbers on the board against righties. No different here this season. 219 ISO, solid against the fastball as well. 256 ISO against that pitch. See that about a third of the time from Berrios. What you'll also see are big-time struggles against lefties for Jose Berrios. 368 WOBA allowed, 249 the ISO in our power mix in play as well at 40 and 38%. Again, love the stack of the Blue Jays. I think you can get the Cubs in there as well. And Ian Happ, even as a one-off play here against a guy who struggles with left-handed hitters. All right, let's go to the infield next. At shortstop with Willy Adames of the Brewers. So another guy swinging a good bat right now. Hits in 8 of the last 9. Some power here as well. 3 home runs. Big 9 RBI stretch here over the last 9 games as well. Another guy hitting righty on righty very well. 256. The ISO matches up well here with Stevenson, who throws a lot of fastballs. 301 ISO against that pitch. So throwing that over half the time to righties. Adames matches up very well here. Stevenson, 219 ISO to righties, and a big power mix that will lead to some home runs here for this Brewers squad. 45 and 49% in the fly ball hard contact rates to righties. Willy Adames, one of my favorite options here in the infield against Mr. Stevenson. All right, let's stay on the infield. Let's go to second base next with a great buy low option. It's Gleyber Torres of the Yankees. Now, we know it's been a struggle for the Yankees here of late. Aaron Judge obviously in play every single night, but I love this spot here for Torres. I mentioned the buy low. This is the lowest his price has been on DraftKings since way back in June. So I want to jump back in here on a guy that's done very well against lefties. 353 WOBA on the season. Ranks behind Aaron Judge, but second on this Yankees team with a 282 ISO against lefties. So big time power here for Gleyber Torres. Now, Suarez been decent against righties, no doubt, but still very vulnerable to the power hitters. 43 and 40% in our power mix here. So Torres, solid option against the lefties. Buy low while you can here at sub 4K on DraftKings. All right, let's go to our starting pitcher next. We're rolling Ranger Suarez of the Phillies. So Suarez, we know there's some higher strikeout guy options on this slate. I think Corbin Burns is going to be very popular tonight against Pittsburgh. You want to go that route? No issues with it here in this one. Even Rodon in a good game in that late night hammer. But Suarez, I think, could be a sneaky option for you here. Now, strikeouts not the name of his game, but has delivered a solid floor here. 5 or more strikeouts in 4 of the last 5, 2 of those games being 8 strikeout games. Now, we don't talk a lot about splits here. It's certainly something I look into. Don't put a ton of weight into it. But Suarez, it's hard to ignore how good this guy has been on the road. You look at his best start at home, 16 fantasy points on DraftKings. You rip through some of the road starts. This guy has put 29, 19, 26, 21, 17, 15, 18, 22, 27, and 14 fantasy points on the board. Just one start, and that was in Atlanta. That did not go well. The rest of his road starts have basically been money in the bank here. Now, Arizona, not good against lefties. We're talking bottom 10 in strikeout rate, WOBA, ISO, any stat you really want to look at. Arizona has not been great. So gets a good matchup with a team that struggles against lefties, a guy that can give us enough strikeouts. We know the upside is there for even more strikeouts, and a road game where he has been great. Add it all up, Ranger Suarez, my favorite pitcher here on tonight's slate. All right, it's time to take a look at my favorite play for Monday night. Before we do that, let's continue our Beast of the Night contest. Congrats to all of the recent winners. Very easy to play. All you got to do, get in the comment section right below the video and get fantasy points on DraftKings for my highest scoring hitter. You don't even need to name the guy, just the fantasy points for whichever one of my 5 hitters is going to score the most points. The closest guess going to win themselves a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. All right, let's wrap this baby up. My favorite play for Monday night, you know him as Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. We're going to stay right there with Philly. We're going to get a little backup for our Suarez pick. We're rolling with first baseman Rhys Hoskins, tonight's Beast of the Night. Hoskins really starting to get it going here. 5 hits, 5 RBI for him over the last 4 games, but I love the spot against left-handed pitching. This guy has been phenomenal against lefties. An ISO approaching 300, a WOBA at 421 on the season. Some big-time numbers there, and a hard contact rate, as you'd expect, checking in at 49%. So very, very elite numbers here for Rhys Hoskins against lefties. Not so much for Madison Bumgarner, a guy we love to pick on with righties. 351 WOBA lob, 213 ISO, power mix in play as well at 39 and 47%. Rhys Hoskins easily my favorite play of the night in tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll do it for Monday night in the Fantasy Bar. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback, hit me up in that comment section right below the video. Don't forget, fantasy points on DraftKings for my highest scoring hitter. Give you a shot at some free, yes, free RotoGrinders Premium. Chance to check everything out behind the scenes. And head over to scoresandodds.com/beer. Check out a ton of great sports betting information for RotoGrinders.com. I am Beer saying salut, guys. Best of luck on the slate tonight. We'll be back tomorrow with 6 more plays. Thank you for watching. Go make some money. See you tomorrow.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist